her kindness and words of encouragement and that steadfastness, that for her to have written that character, created that world, given me an opportunity, which, to be honest, barely exists in the history of English literature, I could ever cancel her out or cancel that out. I don't know what else to do other than hold these two seemingly incompatible things together, co-join themselves, and maybe accept that they never will, but that they can both still be true.
Amma, you should have been saying this from the beginning, because there were so many times you tried to cancel out J.K. Rowling's views. And I always say this, everybody has a right to their different opinion. And if just because you didn't agree with her, you didn't have to go after her. You and Daniel both did that to her. Okay. So, yes, I did appreciate the fact that you acknowledged, right, that you're very grateful for the opportunity, that your entire career is because of her. But you should have done this a bit earlier. It's a bit too late. It's like you're trying to kind of backtrack on some of the stuff you've done in the past. But J.K. Rowling had an interesting reply, So I'm seeing a lot of comments about this, so I want to make a couple of points clear. I'm not owned by any agreement from any actor who once played a character I created. Emma Watson and her co-stars have every right to embrace gender identity ideology. Such beliefs are legally protected, and I wouldn't want to see any of them threatened with a loss of work or violence or death because of them. Because that's what she went through, by the way. However, Emma and Dan in particular have both made it clear over the last few years that they think our former professional association gives them a right. So she's basically saying that they went after her, okay, and she was very upset about it, obviously. Assume the role of a fact spokespeople for the world I created, okay? So obviously she's very hurt. That's what she's saying. I hadn't managed to throw off the ceremony of children who needed to be gently coaxed through dialogue in a big scary film industry. For the past few years, I have repeatedly declined invitations from journalists to comment on Emma specifically. Most notably, ironically, I told the producers that I didn't want her to be hounded as a result of anything I said. So she's saying I've been very considerate, but she obviously didn't get that right back. Emma asked someone to pass on a handwritten note from her to me, which I contained the single sentence, "I'm sorry for what you've been going through." She has my phone number. That was back when the death, RAP, and torture threats against. At this time, with my personal security measures had been tightened considerably, I was constantly worried for my family's safety. Emma had publicly poured more petrol on the flames. Yet thought a one-line expression of concern from her would reassure me of fundamental sympathy and kindness. Okay, and she goes on. You can just pause to read. There's another paragraph. Feel free to pause to read. Now you're suddenly backpedaling because I think now it's not looking good for your image. She is the reason you even are a star today, honey. Maybe more than the podcast. Try to reach out to her. Yeah, and apologize one-to-one, like she said in her tweet.